Good evening, guys. Jeremy Muther here. How's everyone doing? This is going to be a recorded video for my YouTube channel. It's been 3 weeks since I posted last. I thought I'd do another doggy daycare update. This is my final week coming at North Shore Dog, as most guys know that already. My last day was going to be the 17th of November, but I'm gonna work till the 19th, so that's a Saturday pretty much. It's been a great run at North Shore Dog for a short time. I was there since September 26th, so it's been a great time there. I had some great times there, obviously working with Alice, the owner, and Joe, who I work with mainly, Ricky, Alicia, um, Kayla, and and then Devin, who's the overnight person, and then Joe does some overnights also, but it's usually Alice, Devin, and Joe usually, and then Kayla does it sometimes too. But yeah, a phenomenal group. I'm gonna miss them obviously too. Joe is going to a new place called Bark something. I'm not sure, but it's like in Salem, pretty much. Um, I might be transferred there. I'm not sure. Or a dog place in Medford, which is a little bit closer to me. But that's just dog walking, which I don't really want to do. I kind of like want to go into like a daycare type of like place, I guess. So we'll see. But I'm gonna give that Bark Place a call probably next week or once I return from California for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So yeah, I'll be going out to California for a week from the 21st to the 28th. So it'll be nice to be out there to see my mom, my dad, obviously, and my friend Gabe, obviously, and Mike. I'll probably only see Mike maybe once or twice, maybe because he'll be in DC for Thanksgiving. And then he returns the 26th. So then I come back to Massachusetts on the 28th, early morning, pretty much on both flights. My flight on the 21st is at like 6 a.m. pretty much. So that's gonna be a doozy. So I have to wake up at like four o'clock probably. Leave here by like 4:30 probably, something like that. So I'll just take Lyft, most likely. But yeah, I did get some decent seats. I got seat 13B, which is the middle seat, which I don't mind that much. But I could always upgrade it to like an even more space seat. I'm not sure if I will though, but yeah, that's my seat for both flights. But yeah, I have not booked my flight for December yet. I'll probably go back to California probably around the 18th or 19th, like right before Christmas, obviously, because I do want to beat the crowd, obviously, before Christmas starts. So I'll probably be out there for like 2 weeks, most likely. So that's what I usually do. So I stay out there till like early January usually. So it should be a fun time though. I get to see more of my friends then. Mike and Gabe. Maybe go up to Napa. I'm not really that sure yet, but we'll see like what happens on that front. It's just a pain in the ass to like get up there pretty much. I would say. So that's the only problem, it's just pretty much costly, like, but we'll see, like what happens on that front once it gets closer. But yeah, I'll get some downtime, obviously, after North Shore Dog, that'll be nice too, because I've been working so much, like 30 and 40 plus hours pretty much, like, so I've been working a lot. It's very exhausting for sure. Those dogs definitely keep you in check, like in a good way. That is, lots of like exercise and walking and stuff like that. You're always busy pretty much, but yeah, we'll see if I'll do or that that dog job up in Salem is a bit farther, than Danvers. It's not too far, like maybe about 5 minutes more up the road, maybe. But it's still a pain in the ass because of the traffic and the distance. It's a little bit farther away, pretty much. So I don't really want to do the whole Salem job. I don't think, but we'll see what happens. I also do want to go back into like construction also. So once I get back from Thanksgiving, I'll probably do the OSHA test online, which is like 60 something dollars, I think, or 90 something dollars. I know there's like a current discount going on right now, but so I'm not sure like how long that discount is going to like last, but it's only like 20 questions. It's not too bad. You have to get like 70 plus right, pretty much. So it's not too bad. I did it before in California for when I worked at Star Staffing with Dylan Miller, obviously, from 2016 to 2017, pretty much. So, but yeah, hopefully if I do pass it, I can, apply to some, apply to some construction companies that will take it, obviously. And I do know a couple, obviously, like they get right construction, I think down in North Andover, I think is one of them. Then Commonwealth Construction, who I mentioned a couple of times back in 2019 and last year, obviously. A guy named Justin, he's I think the project manager or owner. Really small company, it's not too big, but who else? Then there's also a local company called KB Aruda or Aruba. He's from Cambridge, so right close by, so he looks like a really great company, or the guy looks like a really good, nice guy and great company, not like a small company, obviously, but if he ever needs anyone, like, I actually have him on Instagram, actually, so I follow him on Instagram, so he looks like a really, really, really great guy, though, but yeah, if you ever need anyone, like, worker-wise, feel free to DM me on Instagram. I'm a very hard worker, obviously, always on time and like, reliable. So, other than that, I'm still single, obviously. I'm still kind of looking. I had, like, a whole rant on my last Facebook video about Tinder and Bumble and how, like, fucked up the whole, like, situation is with the, like, the paying extra and stuff like that for, like, likes and stuff like that. Like, so that's been kind of difficult, I guess, in a way. I haven't had really any luck on that front. I did get a haircut, by the way. It looks a lot better. I got it today, actually. So it was a little bit more curlier, like on the sides right here. But I look a lot better, obviously, I think. But some people like my hair long, actually. But I do too sometimes, but not that long, maybe. I've actually had it longer, actually, but it was good to get a haircut, obviously. But other than that, that's really about it on my end. Just been living life. We've just been working so much, like, it's pretty exhausting, because the dogs are so active and stuff like that, so, but, the money's pretty good, I get paid like $17 an hour, maybe $16 an hour. I'm not sure the exact pay, but it's pretty good. But yeah, I have like 2 or 3 more checks coming left. So I get paid every 2 weeks. So I'll get my last one sometime in like sometime in December, pretty much. So that's when I'll get my next, or no, I'll get paid the 20 something, or I'll get my second to last one when I'm in California for Thanksgiving, pretty much. And then I'll get another one, in December for like my second to last one or something like that, or third to last one, because I'll be working until the 19th, pretty much. So we'll see how it goes, but, it's been a blessing working there, obviously. Other than that, I still been a father figure, to my daughter, Emma. So as most guys know, she's a phenomenal girl. I'm so proud of her. She's done an amazing job with school and stuff like that. It's been a blessing, supporting her like emotionally and other ways, but she's a great person, great girl. I'm also a father figure to her younger sister, who's 9. So then the oldest is actually, she is 14. She'll be 15 on March 30th. As most guys know, I've known um, the oldest since she was a little kid, pretty much. Um, but she's a phenomenal kid. So I'm so proud of of the both of them. Like they're great, great, great kids. I'm so blessed. To have them like in my life. Obviously, as most guys know, Jackie like deleted me off of Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for like a stupid reason, pretty much, which I'm not gonna go into. I have plenty of times on videos recently. Obviously like we're still friends and all, but she's just being childish, pretty much. So it's just sad, and embarrassing. She's ungrateful, pretty much. I've done so much for her kids. I just wish that I would get like an apology from her, from like what she said, like what she said about me too, about me being like a sugar daddy to her oldest, and like a fuck buddy too, which would never happen. Obviously, I'm not that stupid. Plus we have, me and the oldest have our boundaries. Obviously, we even though like we have a really 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 strong bond. Like we're not stupid like that. Like plus, she has a boyfriend too, who I like a lot. He's a phenomenal person, great guy. He treats her so well. Like then she treats him like a king, pretty much. She does so much for him. You know, um, that's what I would want. In like a relationship. If I found someone, obviously. Obviously I haven't found anyone yet. I'm kind of giving up on Melissa. As much as I've known or heard about her, she's in I told you, yeah, I mentioned her in a couple of videos on my Facebook, but so basically we met through DoorDash, pretty much. I ordered the oldest food or dinner, I think, or breakfast one time, and then we kind of like talked through like the messaging on DoorDash, pretty much. So she's basically like flirting with me, pretty much. And then she like asked for my number, pretty much. So that's how we met. But yeah, she wants me down. She wants me to move down to Wintersville, obviously, where Jackie lives, obviously. But I'm not sure if that's going to happen. She doesn't really seem that interested, because she doesn't talk to me that much. I feel like I know she has 3 kids and all. That's like Melissa, that is. Then Jackie has 2 kids, obviously. But I wanted to be with Jackie like for the longest time. Over 9 years, 10 years. I've known Jackie since 2013. So I've known her for like a long time. But yeah, I just wish that she would give me an apology, obviously, and stuff like that. But I don't think I'll ever get one. For all of the bad things, that she's said about me, pretty much about the whole like sugar daddy thing and me being a fuck buddy to her oldest, which would never happen. Obviously, me and me and her daughter have boundaries. But our bond is so strong. Love that girl to death, obviously. Then she loves me to death, obviously, because I've been so good to her. Like very supportive. In many ways, pretty much. She's a phenomenal person. I'm so proud of her. But I'm not really gonna like go into like a lot of like personal things. Like in her life and stuff like that. It's just not gonna happen. So I want to like respect her, and plus she's a minor too. So but yeah, but it'll be nice to meet someone someday. Like I guess I'm still kind of interested in Stephanie. We met back in 2016 on Plenty of Fish, actually. There's like a whole video of that actually on my YouTube channel, actually. I think it says I think the title is like, she cheated on me, or telling a cheating story or something like that. But it's from like a couple of years ago, probably 2 or 3 years ago, probably. This was like before like COVID, pretty much. But basically, I flew down or I was on my way down there to Nashville, pretty much, and then basically I found her out that she was like texting someone else behind like my back, pretty much. Like so that was pretty like devastating. I still haven't gotten really an apology from her yet. This was probably a couple of years ago, probably 2 3 years ago. But it was like right maybe the first summer I was here, or I think maybe, I'm not sure, but yeah, she's a California native too, in Yuba City. Now she lives in Nashville. She was married once or twice, but she's been divorced now for a while. I think 2 years now, maybe more. But she has a son named Adam, but she's a good girl. She's a really, 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 really good baker too and cook. She would make a perfect wife, obviously. I know that probably won't happen, but she's kind of maybe moving up to New York, maybe upstate New York, maybe, I'm not sure, but or she wants to move out of the country. I'm not sure when, obviously, but she's a good girl. She's thick, which I like personally. I don't judge that much though, but maybe something will happen between me and Stephanie. I hope so, but I highly doubt it. But we don't talk as much. I have her on Instagram and Facebook pretty much. So, but other than that, the truck's doing really well. I'm driving a whole bunch, obviously from North Shore Dog, so that's been good. That's been good. It's just sad, that it's closing down because of staff shortages and stuff like that, pretty much. It's just sad. But it's life, it happens sometimes. So we'll see, what happens next. But personally, I would love to go back into construction. It's a little bit more physical, which I like. I've always liked, the sounds and the machine and stuff like that, machines and stuff like that, the equipment and stuff like that. So, but we'll see, but the truck's doing well. I have to go into the shop pretty soon. I'm almost at 7,700 miles. So, my next one's at 8,800. So, getting closer. But I got my thing in the mail from the dealership. So, I'm gonna do that pretty soon, most likely. I do want to go down to Ohio again and visit. I had not gotten my tax refund yet from last year, because of staff shortages for the IRS, obviously, and they're backed up on the 2020 tax refund too, I think, because of COVID and stuff like that. So just a shame. Jackie hasn't gotten hers either, I think. So it's been kind of sad, But yeah, I might save most of the tax refund, but I'm gonna use most of it for my visit to Ohio. I'm gonna be down there for a week, sometime in the new year, maybe. I'm not sure when, but whenever I get the check or tax refund check, I'll just book the hotel, pretty much, for a week, and then I'll just do the drive down there, again, the drive is. I actually like the drive. It was a great drive. It was a lot of fun. Not too many stops, like 2 or 3 stops. So it's not too bad. The gas prices were not too bad. So, but yeah, it'll be fun to see my oldest and my youngest. So, so blessed to be a father figure to both of them. I want to thank Jackie for still allowing me to be in their lives, obviously. Even though that means Jackie don't talk as much, even though she blocks me on everything. So I think she'll come back around eventually, but I just wish that she would say sorry to me, pretty much, which I deserve, obviously, because I've done so much for the both of them. But, she's just really ungrateful, pretty much, to me, which is annoying, obviously, but yeah, I do still want to get a diesel truck still, obviously. I have my diesel shirt on right now. I got it from Loud and Proud, I think. So, great guy from Indiana. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I do want to get a diesel truck eventually. Maybe after a couple more years with my Tacoma. Obviously, maybe I'll trade it in or I'll sell it on Facebook Marketplace. Maybe, I'm not sure, but we'll see what happens. But it'll be nice it'll be nice to get a diesel truck eventually because they're phenomenal trucks. You know, they sound so great and they last a long time too. So, anyways, I'm gonna be out in California soon on the 21st. So if anyone wants to see me out there, feel free to let me know. And also for December, also I'll be out there for 2 weeks. But it'll be fun to be out there for like a little while. So I hope you guys have a great like rest of the week. I actually have my dentist on Tuesday afternoon, so I'll be working a lot less this week. Only 32 hours because of the place is closing down and not like a lot of dogs are coming into the place pretty much. So I'm off Wednesday and Thursday pretty much, and I might be off Tuesday because of I'm on call for Tuesday, but and then I'm closing on Friday night, and then Saturday is my last day, pretty much the 19th. So, anyways, guys, have a great rest of the week or start to the week, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.